Thanks for tuning in to Any Given Sunday Sports Special. Steve, Jesus,
I don't want to do this
we don't
anymore.
want to do this. We'll be very honest. We do not want to do this. We even debated about not doing this, but we talked ourselves into it because we know you, the fans, would get on us and be like, oh, well, because they're not doing so good, they don't want to do the video. So we're here. We're dedicated for you folks out there. So you
I'm gonna
guys,
start charging for this.
yeah, you
I'm gonna
guys
start
better start
charging.
watching this stuff. All right. So let's go into our first game recap. We'll start off with McPoon. Go Engines going 6-0, 106 points. Tampa's Empire 95 points, 1-5. This is the worst start for Tampa's Empire in the history. What do you have? Is their season done? Is this the worst? Is this the worst start to the Power season? I believe it is.
Moment of silence for the New York Powers. They are done. They are absolutely done. Stick a fork in them. But again, props to Beats by Ray. They showed up. They did what they had to do. The New York Powers, they had the roster, but it's once again, they just didn't gel right. And this has been a problem with Jesus with his teams in the past. They just don't gel right. And now I can go ahead and I can criticize Jesus because Jesus, this offseason, he had a really good draft, but he's done some really bad moves. Specifically, trading Melvin Gordon for Chris Ivory is really looking like a really bad move. Now, again,
Yeah.
I did that personally for long term, but it just long term, it's not even looking like that's going to work out either. I still think Chris Ivory will struggle towards the end, but hey, look, I mean, the Powers have done some really questionable moves, and that needs to be questioned.
Yep.
Absolutely needs to be questioned.
All right. Our next game, the Dominican Elites fall to 4-2, putting up 98 points. Zimmerman Illuminati, Mr. Shakir puts up 105. Got his first win, 1-5. What do you got to say about that?
This is not a surprise. I told you the Dominican Elites were not that good of a team. I told you Shakir would win last week, and I was right. And I think the Dominican Elites still will continue to lose games. They will. Next week they play Anthony, so it's going to be that's a 50-50 game. But mark my words, the Dominican Elites will have at minimum 5 losses this year. At minimum 5.
Wow. All right. Next game we have My Team Stinks. 117 points, gets his second win over a slightly punty Vive who puts up 108, falls to 3-3. What do you got to say about this game?
Good job, Pops. Good jops. Absolutely great job by Popsy. 117 points. That's a well-earned victory.
Yes, it is. And then lastly, we had the game of the week, low scoring game of the week. Dream Killers, 86 points. Just barely snuck out, beating Jesus Sucks at 84 points, going to 4-2. What are you going to say about this one?
I really don't like Dom's team. I'm really concerned about that team. They got Tom Brady, but that's all. Eifert's good every couple of weeks, but then he's bad every couple of weeks. I really, really, really do not like that team.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, so let's go into it. Let's go into some matchups real quick. We'll start with the worst of the worst. 1-5 versus 1-5. Tampa's Empire going into Zimmerman Illuminati. My friend Jesus, who do you have for this one to finally get out of that slump and go to their second win?
Congratulations, you will win this game. Andrew Luck will play well. I just think you have a really good team. I think you will. You'll do good this week. Don't be so negative on yourself. You're gonna go ahead. You're gonna win this week. You're getting healthy at the wrong time, but you're getting healthy. So, yeah, you'll win this week. Absolutely.
I got to be in agreement with you, and I think it's partially due to, on the other side, I believe Shaq has a couple of bye weeks going on at the same time, which is unfortunate for him because he's already thin at the bench to begin with. So I think I got to agree with you. I think it's Tampa's Empire. Our next game, we have the New York Powers, 1-5. Playing My Team Sucks at 2-4. Who's gonna win this game and get to their second win?
The New York Powers win. The New York Powers win. So what? It doesn't matter. It's just because Pops doesn't have Aaron Rodgers. That's the only reason why the Powers will win this game. There's no other reason.
I can't even. Every time I pick the Powers, they lose. So I have to pick My Team Sucks. Because, I mean, I just can't pick the Powers anymore. I mean, I can't. I want to believe
Yeah,
I want to
I don't
believe.
expect you to. You shouldn't pick the Powers. They haven't earned the right for you to pick them.
Exactly. We keep saying the roster, the roster, the roster, and the
No, this
roster
isn't
is
even roster.
good.
No, this
But
isn't
it's
even the
like,
roster. The only reason why the Powers are going to win this game is because Pops doesn't have his guys, his main guy. It's not because they earned the win. Look, if I win this week, I'm not going to go celebrating throwing parades that we're back. That doesn't mean anything. Pops isn't ready. Pops doesn't have his main guy. So come on, it's not a well-earned victory for me, even if I do win. And
yeah.
if I lose, well, then that's just life right there, isn't it?
All right, our next game. Now we get to the better games, the teams that are
The
actually
real
in it,
teams.
real teams now. We'll start off with the slightly punty vibe at 3-3. He's gonna go play the Dominican Elites at 4-2. Who do you have in this game, sir, and why?
This one is tough, but I believe in Cam Newton. I really do believe in Cam Newton. I believe in DeAndre Hopkins. I think that they have something pretty good over there. Again, this isn't. I think both of these teams, again, 5, 6 losses they will end the season with, but they're playing each other. Somebody has to win, and I have not believed in Jeff all season. This is no hate, no disrespect to Jeff. I will not start believing in Jeff now. I know I haven't believed in Anthony, but I have to believe in one of these two teams this week. I'm going to go with Anthony.
I gotta agree with you. I gotta go with Anthony simply because Anthony has surprisingly, in a very sneaky way, he's actually scoring points if you really look at what he's doing. He's been breaking 100 on more than one occasion.
Yes.
Unfortunately, 2 of those 3 losses when he broke 100, the other team scored a higher 100.
Yep.
So I can't fault him for that. At the end of the day, the Dominican Elites are the Dominican Elites. They're a team that scores 80 to 89, 90 points.
It's not sustainable.
And
it's not
they
sustainable.
have to hope that the other team doesn't show up, and they were able to accomplish that 3 out of the 4 times they won. That's just the reality of the situation. I think it's not enough this time. A slightly punty vibe. He's going to put up close to 100. He's not going to break it. I think this is one of those games that's under 100, but I think slightly punty vibe moves on.
And the New York Powers are 2 games out of first place. So what? We're not a good team. It doesn't matter.
All right. Next game, we have the Dream Killers, 5-1, going into Beats by Ray, 3-3. My friend, who do you have in this one?
Dream Killers, they're a better team. Do you disagree?
I do not.
Yeah.
I do not.
The Dream Killers are the better team. Again, it's not anything against Pick Six. Pick Six, he's done the best he can with that roster. He doesn't have a quarterback. Just doesn't have a quarterback, and yeah, that's going to be the death of him.
Yep. All right, I agree. And then lastly, the game of the week. It's deserving. He was in the game of the week last time, but now he's back in it because he's playing the 6-0 team. Dominic Duran at 4-2, playing the McPoon Handler Goat Engines. Rich's team 6-0. Who do you have in this one?
McPoon, 7-0. McPoon 7-0. I told you I don't believe in Dom's team. Dom's done the best that he can, but the trade market is dead this year, and it's just really not anything that's going to happen. He's not going to be able to improve his team. Odell Beckham isn't 100%. Jeremy Hill was criticized already by his offensive coordinator. He has Tom Brady and Tyler Eifert every other week. That's not enough to beat McPoon.
McPoon is on pace to break Pops' record and to have the longest winning streak in the league. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it stands at 8 wins for the longest unbeaten streak.
I would have to look that up. But
I believe so. Because, and I think that was either set by Pops, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was like an 8 or a 7-0 start. But he is on pace to do that. And if he wins, which I am also agreeing with you, he wins this week, I think he's got a pretty sure bet that he can get to 9-0. And I think that would be the record. So, Rich, we're wishing you luck because I think you're going to make it. I really do. I think so. It may be an unbeaten year for somebody.
Wait. You think Rich is going undefeated?
I think Rich has the capability based
after
on what we
Jamal
see.
Charles,
After losing Jamal Charles, he finds a way for Devontae Freeman to continue to score 27 points. And I think it continues. Unless I see something different.
Even the week Devontae Freeman has a bye week, he's still going to win.
He's going to find a way to win. He's going to find a way to win.
I'm looking at Pops' number right here for his consecutive win streak, so just bear with me one moment. We don't like dead air here.
Yeah, we don't. We don't like dead hair, but I mean the reality is he has Julio Jones, who's a high scorer. He has Devontae Freeman, who's a high scorer. He has, well, he did lose Jamal Charles, which is unfortunate, but it is 8-0, correct?
Eight wins in the regular season. You could say it was actually 10 if you include the playoffs.
10 if you include the playoffs, but Pops went 8-0.
Yes.
I think this is the guy who can go 9. I think so. That's how bad the league is this year.
We shall see.
That's how bad the league is this year.
We shall see. Look, guys, we did the show. I'm trying here. I'm manning up. I didn't want to do it. Steve was the one that talked me into it. I can't promise you I'll be doing it next week. I'm not making any promises. But that's our show. Everybody stay safe, be safe. We are out. Peace.